today I turned 27, and there's a lot of emotions and thoughts that I have surrounding that. Hey, it's Shay. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be kind of a chill get ready with me. Today's October 4th. So I wanted to start a new series, I guess, so to speak, called Solo Diaries. So my vlogs are going to now be named that instead of Fiat Creative, mostly because Fiat Creative has been pivoting into more of a personal brand. And so I just thought it would be more fitting to name it something Solo Diaries, because I have pivoted into this chapter of embracing singleness, and so I wanted to name it along the lines of something resembling that. So that's number one. Number two, I am getting ready because I felt like I should. I wanted to take my time today and just sit down, have a cup of joe with y'all, and just chat. So before I get started though, if you hear some scratchiness in my voice, it's because I have been coughing like crazy. I have a slight cold. My voice is a little bit gone. I also sang 3 times this weekend. Once we had a memorial service at our house Friday night for my grandmother. Saturday I had a wedding, and then Sunday I had regular mass that I always lead at. So that is why my voice is slightly gone and I'm still slightly congested, but I wanted to make sure I film this video while the thoughts are fresh and just capture the emotions as raw as I could. Did I put moisturizer on? I think I did. I always start with my brows first, so let's do that. I need to order Got2b because I feel like it's the only thing that is strong enough to hold up my Asian brows now. Like, I have the Anastasia brow cheese, but it only works like temporarily and then kind of just fades again over time. I don't know why I'm using you guys as my mirror. Let me grab an actual mirror. But yeah, I turned 27 today, and if I'm honest, I feel a little bit, I don't know what the words are, overwhelmed. I'm slightly disappointed. If I'm just being honest. My life is not where I thought it would be at 27. You know, I think like most women do, expected to be living on my own and, you know, be married, have kids, or at least like be on the trajectory of that path at this age. But that is not my story. Yeah, I just haven't really had best of luck with dating. I also am not moved out of the house as I thought I would be at this age, which in Filipino culture, that's not really a big deal. But I think for me, I've always wanted to like try to live outside of the house, even if it was with like roommates, but just like financially, I'm not ready for that yet. And that's a whole other thing, is finances are rough right now. And I understand that, you know, it's not just me. We are heading into a recession, as I'm hearing. These eye patches, I think, are done. But yeah, I don't really have the most stable career because I started an online business last year, and it's been through like ups and downs. I've had like really great success and I've had like really low lows, and right now I'm in a pretty low. So it's rough right now. So the church job really is like what's covering my living fees, I guess you could say. It's like food and gas. There's a lot. If I like sit down and think about it, I get really stressed out, and then I start to like have major anxiety and insomnia, which honestly has been happening regardless. So that's kind of the mental state that I'm in. So like, I know I'm grateful that I am living another year and that I've made it this far so far. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head, you know, the ability to do this vlog now, to do this YouTube channel, because I've been wanting to do this for years and just never had like the right time or the right software. Maybe those are excuses, I don't know. Now I can finally do it and need to not rely on being motivated to do it. So, you know, that's something I'm also grateful for. Grateful for my friends. They kind of help me get out of my rut sometimes, which I feel like it's been happening more frequently now lately, which just tends to happen towards like Christmas and the winter time. I don't know if it's seasonal affective disorder, but I think it's just every time it nears like the holidays, I think because I've had Christmas in the past, or I've had like winters in the past, it just like never felt all that jolly. And so I think I almost feel like my brain is kind of conditioned to expect the worst around the holiday seasons, which is kind of sad. That's probably the best way I could explain that. Going in with Benefit 24-hour brow setter, just to kind of hold it more in place. What was I saying? Because I'm not trying to make this completely a sad video. Grateful for my dogs. Grateful for coffee. I am grateful for the clients that I have had, even though like I've pivoted so many times, I've not been like the best for business, but the clients that I have had have made the experience really fun and really a learning experience in a good way. You know, obviously I've learned skills that I've gained from having those clients, so that's always a good thing. Grateful for them. Yeah, I think I just need to not be in my head so much, but I also need to just like buck up and really prioritize like my finances and get that in order. Although it is, I will say, it's just been hard when you don't really have a lot of income to support your financial goals, like paying off debt, chipping away at it slowly, but it definitely, I wish I could just be done with it by now, because it just, debt can feel really crippling if you've experienced that. So mine's mostly like student loans, but even then, like I just want to be done paying it off already so I can just like focus on, you know, moving forward. But that is the reality of my life right now. And well, I guess you can transition into what is more like moving forward. Or I guess we can also reflect on like what this last month has been like. I think I mentioned I am going through a pivot with the business, and so that is something I'm still trying to market and grow. Marketed the page as a singleness coach. So kind of like life coaching, but very niched down into that. And I think I just really felt called into that because I think I've mentioned it before, but I used to be a case manager at a nonprofit for human trafficking survivors, specifically adult women. A lot of those times, like, I would spend one-on-one time with the girls, or with the women, sorry. You know, obviously, we talk about really sensitive topics about, like, how they've been treated by men and them wanting to befriend men, but also, like, trying to understand what is a safe person, what is a safe man. So those one-on-one times, and then serving in small group at retreats with, you know, women's sessions and talking to young women about like what it means to be loved authentically and what a good man should look like in their life. I think my heart really has gone out to that specifically and those conversations. And so that's kind of what led me into this new pivot. That is to say, I am not, you know, perfect at this. I've definitely had my fair share of hurt. And I think, in fact, working at the nonprofit that I did kind of intimidated me even more, in a sense that like I became even more distrustful of men. Going in with the NARS creamy concealer now, just to like undercarve the brows, I guess is what you call it. I can't remember. I haven't done makeup videos and like watched makeup tutorials in so long. I just kind of, I don't know. Ever since like 25, I kind of have stuck to like the same makeup routine. So I just kind of use the same techniques that I have been for the last 2 years now. So the Lord has just done a lot of work in my heart to kind of mitigate like the distrust that I have in men. One, obviously I have a really great dad who's, you know, I can see through him like what it means to love the women around you, not only as like my dad, but he's a great husband and he's also a great big brother to my aunt. And then in addition to that, the Lord's also really gifted me with great brothers in Christ, not like by blood, but like I have a lot of great guy friends who I can call my brothers, and who really encouraged me to be a better woman in the ways that we, you know, hang out, or in how they're encouraging, but in also how we serve together at church. So it's been, you know, those are also big blessings for me and kind of led to this pivot. That also is why I've decided to make this channel more about like lifestyle and, you know, navigating your late 20s now. Oh my gosh, it's so weird to say. As a single woman in modern society, but trying to live out a Christ-like life, specifically when it comes to dating and relationships. So that is where we're at. Oh, I forgot to mention, I also used the e.l.f. brow pencil in Cool Brown. Or no, yes, Cool Brown. I like the Cool Brown because the neutral still has like a red tint, which on my brown skin kind of makes it look more of like a dark brunette rather than like black, which is like my hair color. So that's why I use the Cool Brown. And it's only like $5-6, I think. Now it is time to do, I think now I just do concealer. This is the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in medium sand. I actually think I need to restock soon because I think I'm running out. What do we have planned for 27? I have a trip in December that I am waiting to mention because I kind of have like a video idea of how I'm going to reveal that. So I'm not exactly going to explicitly say where, but it is somewhere tropical, I will tell you that. And you'll see like little, I'm sure you'll see like little hints in the future vlogs of where I'm going. So celebrating tonight with dinner with my parents for all you can eat sushi, which I'm really excited about. And then let's see, tomorrow I have a free business strategy call with a coach that I actually have been friends with on Instagram for a while now. So that'll actually be really good now that we're talking business and like, you know, me needing to get my financial stuffs together pretty much. And then Thursday's XLT at my home parish, which is always fun. I'm really hoping that my voice recovers by then, that like this coughing goes away. So I think I'm probably gonna make it to urgent care tomorrow and like start, hopefully get prescribed some antibiotics, because I know it's not COVID, but I've started to have like more coughing fits like overnight while I'm sleeping. And I think I read somewhere that that was like a symptom of asthma. So I think that might be what's happening, which I already have an inhaler for like something else for like this cough, it'd be good to go to urgent care and see if it's actually asthma, and then just know that I'll have an ongoing prescription for the inhaler, which is interesting nonetheless. So excited for Thursday. That was a whole like whirl around. I don't even know what I was talking about. Thursday, and then Friday I was supposed to play for a funeral, but again with this cough I don't know if that's possible, but I do need the extra income, so maybe we'll go. I don't know. I still have to, I haven't even texted the person yet, and it's already Tuesday, so maybe that won't happen after all. They probably have found someone already. Saturday, I'm supposed to go to the beach with friends to celebrate their birthdays as well. My friends Melanie and then Angela, they both have October birthdays, but again, it all depends on how I'm feeling. Like right now, my nose is super stuffy and I can see it in the mirror. Hopefully, I feel better soon. Because, you know, it sucks because like part of also the state of life of like the financial stress of it all is like the church job doesn't pay a lot, but it pays enough for me to like survive. And the thing with that though is like so much singing, and I love music. I've been doing music industry for, I don't know, 7 years now. I think probably really 8. But when I get sick and when I get sore throats, it makes it really hard when it is your job. So yeah, just need some prayer and rest, which is what we're doing today. After I finish getting ready, I'm just gonna watch YouTube and, you know, create or plan some content, and then go to dinner tonight and rest. Yeah. All right, going in and setting in with the Milani Make It Last setting powder, just the translucent clear one. All right, going in and setting in with the Milani Make It Last setting powder, just the translucent clear one. Just because I get super oily, so this kind of helps things stay in place. I honestly need to do like a restock of some of my like higher end makeup products, because those ones tend to work better on me. And I know that I'm doing a Disney day towards the end of this month to celebrate my birthday and then like other friends' birthdays, so I might need to restock on some things. But for now, these are like just what I use every day. I'm not gonna do a full-on like face coverage. I'm still gonna put like color, but what I mean by that is I'm not going to go in with my CC cream that I usually do, just because I'm so stuffy. I'm having to blow my nose like every 5 minutes, so it's just, you know, gonna rub off anyway. So just gonna keep it light with the concealer and setting powder. Gonna put on some blush right now, which, where'd it go? That's not it. Milani again, Luminoso Baked Powder Blush. This is a very popular item. Not right now maybe, but like this is an item that like I know OG YouTube makeup gurus used to like always talk about. So an oldie but a goodie. Gets the job done. Fits most skin colors. It's like Old Faithful of blushes. Need some more coffee. Well, I'm not going to do a Notion tour this time around, but maybe I will do one in the future. But now that we've talked about reflections, I think right now might be a good time to talk about what is going to come. Honestly, a lot of unknowns. More of like what I hope is going to come, I guess you could say. So what I hope will come is, you know, obviously financial stability, which is why the whole pivot has been happening, and I hope that will open up the doorway to financial freedom, which is really what I'm hoping for. And part of the business program that I've been in, it doesn't really end until December. So it's a very intense program, but our coach right now is on vacation, so it's a little bit chill right now. And I've caught up on all the modules. So really focusing this week on rest and reflection, I think. Hopefully going to intuitively create content. I've been posting a little bit on my Instagram. Still trying to figure out what is like the right stuff to post and what do people want to see. Maybe you can take a look at my Instagram and let me know what you would like want to see more of, because I know Reels is a big deal, but sometimes I just don't vibe with Reels, you know? Like it's not my thing sometimes. Sometimes I'm really up for it, and sometimes I'm just like, ugh, I don't really feel like doing this. I don't know, it feels more natural to film like vlog style long form content versus like, you know, following a script using trending audio and stuff. Like I don't know. I feel like it's very Gen Z, and I am not Gen Z, obviously. I think that's part of like my qualms, if you will. Yeah. I don't know, does anybody else feel that way? Like sometimes you like Reels, sometimes you don't, and sometimes it just feels more natural to do like long form kind of content and vlog style stuff. Maybe that's just me. Instagram used to be something that I loved and was like really good with, and now I just feel like sometimes I need a break. I did not mean to burp. As I was saying, sometimes, you know, I used to love Instagram, and I think I even started out on my business doing like Instagram strategy. Like they used to be my jam, and now I feel like sometimes I just feel burnt out by it. And I don't think it's like a comparison thing. Well, no, I can't say that. I think I just, you know, I see all these women and all these like creators like post content. I'm like, that's great for them. I do not have the energy to do all that. So I don't know how they do it, but they're out here killing the game, and I'm over here like, I need to at least post once this week. As I'm talking, this feels very much like first world problems. The setting spray I was using was Milani's Make It Last. I'm using a lot of Milani, not sponsored by them. I don't have any sponsorships at the moment, but they are a brand that I have religiously used for a while. This is like usually the drugstore setting spray that I go to just because it feels good, and I feel like it, you know, makes the makeup sit more naturally, which makes sense because this is a natural finish. I don't know if necessarily it is like a 16-hour hold. Obviously the Urban Decay is really good at doing that, so when it comes to like events and stuff, I still use the Urban Decay setting spray. But you know, for every day, trying to get the natural look, that works just fine for me. And the scent's not like overbearing. Oh, speaking of events, I actually am going to a wedding in November, and that's exciting. I am going to hopefully buy the wedding guest dress for that soon. I did like a poll on my Instagram yesterday, and everyone voted for the specific dress. So I'm hoping to order that before the end of the month because the wedding's November 11th, and I want to make sure I have enough time to get it fixed and everything if I need to, or just like make adjustments and finalize like the look. So I'm excited for that. But yeah, obviously also Disney Day is coming up even before that, so that's exciting. I think I'm going to vlog that whole week, hopefully. I don't really know what else is going to go on that week besides like work stuff. When I say work stuff, I mean YouTube and like online business things. I think I'm going to be doing more video editing for friends, which is going to be like a good like side hustle income for now while I'm getting the business up and running. Oh my gosh, these lashes did not curl. This is also the problem that I found with like doing my makeup is I have to, after I set my face, I have to wait a little bit longer for the lashes also to dry, otherwise they do not curl. So that was a mistake right now that I just made. So don't do that. Wait a little bit longer for the lashes to be dry before you go in and curl them, because otherwise they're just not going to hold at all. It's a little bit better now, but I definitely got some mascara on my lid. We're just gonna wipe that away. Okay, I'm using the Shiseido eyelash curler. I need to clean it. Using that because I don't know, if I heard somewhere that like it's really good for Asian eyelashes or Asian eyes, and I concur. Although I'm Filipina, I have like almond shaped eyes. And I think that's partly from the Chinese blood in my family, because me and my cousin have like the smallest eyes in the family. Everyone else has more like rounded, big open eyes, which some of my Filipino friends also have that, but I definitely have like the small one. So I have to use this eyelash curler, but it works really well. And then the mascara I use is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I have not tried a new mascara in ages besides this one. I use the waterproof formula because regular mascara does not stay curled, or like my lashes won't stay curled if I don't use waterproof. So that's why I use this, but I'm open to trying a new mascara if you guys have any recommendations. I don't know if I mentioned the other face products I was using, but just in case, I've been using the CoverGirl True Blend bronzing powder. It's called High Pigment Bronzer in Sunset Glitz, but I feel like I need a better contour. I'm trying to find something that's like cool toned for my skin, so I really need recommendations for that. And then everyday highlighter that I use is the Essence Pure Nude highlighter. Again, very subtle. I'm pretty much done. I think I'm gonna apply some of this Peri Para, the Ink Velvet in 31. It's like a wine rose, kind of matching, you know, the bodysuit moment that I've got going on here. I'm gonna apply that a little bit later before dinner, and that'll be my look. And then gonna let my hair air dry and then hopefully curl up before I go. But that is today's look. Thanks for sitting down and chatting with me. If you liked this video, please comment and like and subscribe. Let me know what other types of videos you want to see in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope that this gave some insight for those of you who also feel a little bit overwhelmed by life and, you know, getting older. But just know, oh my gosh, my hair is going crazy right now. But just know that you are not alone in feeling that way. And I hope that this kind of gives you some support in that. I'll see you guys in the next video, which is a vlog coming out soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, peace.